Welcome back to Orlando Out of Context. I'm Brian.
I'm Stephanie.
And today we are doing the burger episode, the Hamburger.
The Hamburger
Episode.
So we've done this in the past. We have pizza, steak, what else? Asian foods.
Yes.
So we thought, why not do burgers? It's an American classic.
Yeah. And we have a pretty good hamburgers here in Orlando. So this is a list in no particular order, right?
Right. Just throwing
We're not
ranking.
We're not ranking them. We're
not ranking them. We're just giving some ideas.
These are must tries
of where to start with your burger
journey
through
Orlando.
We had a little at-home burger the other day. We got burgers from
shout out to Trader Joe's. They're frozen hamburger. Actually, I thought it tasted pretty good.
And I am not a fan of an at-home burger at all. Never have, never was.
Well, you said that
this burger was good.
You told me that your dad would make hamburgers at home, but he would put like a lot of onions and stuff.
He would get like ground meat and mix, onions and stuff into the meat, and then like make patties.
You'll have to try mine. I'll have to do it from
scratch.
Liked that. I'll have to do it from scratch one time because you would like mine. Maybe. I don't put onions in mine.
And I don't like a fat burger either. I don't like a fat patty because then it could get dry in the middle.
No, I got you.
I think ground beef makes it dry too. If you're using ground beef for
it depends on how long you cook it.
And what I learned as an adult is you can buy different fat percentages.
Yes.
So when you look at the meat, there's different. If you get one that's more fatty, then that one's going to taste better.
Yes, of course. Well, shout out to Trader Joe's. I forget. It was the only beef one that they had.
It was just a small package of grass-fed beef burger.
Yeah, the 4 in a pack, and it was the only beef one in the frozen aisle.
And
so they are frozen.
You have a pan. You have a special pan that has like little grill.
Like it gives it grill marks.
Grill marks.
Yeah, it's from IKEA.
So
I use that.
Oh, that pan is from IKEA?
Yeah.
Shit.
I've had that pan for as long as I've been in this apartment.
That's a nice pan.
And it's nice. It's held up good, right?
And I like how the handle folds in.
I don't put it in the dishwasher because it has the wood handle.
Oh, yeah.
I just wash it by hand. But it's a good one. It's like a griddle for your stove top.
And we had brioche buns.
Yeah.
That was a brioche bun, yeah.
I think it was some kind of...
That was my favorite.
It had egg in the name. It was some kind of egg. No, it was... What was it?
I thought it was a brioche bun.
I don't remember.
But to me...
And I toasted the buns.
That's another little...
In butter.
Butter. To me, the bun is everything. The bun really makes the burger in my eyes. I don't like what do you do with the seeds on top?
The sesame seeds.
I don't like a sesame seed bun. That ruins my whole burger.
Does McDonald's
experience.
not put sesame seeds on all
Only
their buns?
on the Big Mac.
Oh, gotcha.
The Big Mac, well, like the bigger burgers. Like if you just order a cheeseburger or a hamburger, a single, you're not gonna get.
Got it.
You're gonna get the regular run-of-the-mill bun.
No sesame seeds. Okay. So we're coming to you live from quarantine. So if you're listening to this in the year 2028, 8 years ago, we were in quarantine. We were in quarantine and we're trapped. So we're recording 3 episodes for a little behind the scenes tidbit. But we're getting back into gear with episodes, which is good. So
it's just hard to find things to talk about because we like to be positive, number one. And we like to talk about, our whole podcast is based on things to do in Orlando. And right now we can't do anything.
I think that
so we have nothing new to talk about.
And we're to the point now where we're somewhat adjusted to the quote unquote new normal.
Yeah.
So we're coming out quote unquote of our little hobbit hole or our whatever. So here we go. So what's first on the list? Remember, this is not ranked in any order.
Well, we are going to break it down by categories.
Correct.
My first category would be a sit-down restaurant. Okay. This might be an elevated burger, if you may. So, and the first in this category would be Teak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Teak is over in Metro West, and they also have one in Maitland. Currently, they're offering free delivery within a 3-mile radius, and they have curbside pickup. And they also said on their Instagram, if you go to the Facebook, you can get a coupon for DoorDash.
So right now in quarantine, some of our local faves are doing pickup and delivery. So we're going to kind of mention that since this is being recorded in quarantine. We'll kind of mention, who's doing that and still thriving in the middle of the quarantine. So I like Teak. I've only been there once, but I remember the experience being really good. And their hamburgers are like pretty big.
Teak is one of those places where like you do not follow their Instagram if you're hungry or you don't want to be teased by delicious photos. Because they have like these huge burgers. Like some of the burgers they even like keep together with a knife. Like they'll put a knife through the burger to keep all the layers intact.
Right.
They have a nice bun selection. They have pretzel bun, which I really like. Have you ever tried a pretzel bun on a burger?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the first place I ever tried a pretzel bun. They make seasonal burgers. Like they'll make like, I don't know, for like what's like in October, the Germanish holiday, like Oktoberfest. They'll have a pretzel bun with maybe like slaw. What is it? Sauerkraut and maybe like so they make all the ingredients for the theme of the burger.
Right.
They also have a hidden burger menu that you have to ask for.
Well, I have what is on their website, and these are two that stand out to me is because I don't actually, to be honest, I don't remember. It's been so long that I've been to Teak that I don't remember what I had at the time. But
I think they're always changing too. It's not like they do have a classic list, but you can also make your own, and they have the seasonal ones.
The two that stand out to me is the waffle burger. So it's melted American cheese over medium egg, apple smoked bacon, in between two homemade waffles.
Ooh, is that always? Do you think they have that always, or just for brunch?
It seems like it's on the menu all the time. Now you would do this probably. You could do this without the egg, and I think you would be happy.
Oh, I like the egg too.
Oh, you would eat the egg too?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is the one that you had mentioned before we started recording is the glazed donut hamburger.
Yes. I haven't tried this one. I really want to. It's just something about, that's a lot of calories for me.
Maybe we should split it. So it's a warm glazed, it's actually plural, so warm glazed donuts.
There's one on top, one on the bottom.
So they don't cut it in half?
No, it's literally the bun. So it's two glazed donuts.
American cheese and crispy bacon. That's a pretty good combo.
I love salty and sweet. It's my biggest, like, my most favorite taste is salty and sweet.
And you know what? This is only $13. I think that's a good price. And the waffle burger is only $13.50.
That's pretty cheap.
Does it come with fries? I wonder if it comes with fries or you have to get fries
I think
separately.
they come with fries.
That's pretty good. But Teak is definitely, it's in Metro West, so it's definitely kind of the college.
It's kind of tucked away inside of a apartment complexes.
Yeah, I think they gear towards the college kids there because, Valencia's, the huge Valencia campus is there. Metro West is a little bit more of, to me, I view Metro West as almost kind of like a college town because all the Valencia kids are over there. But Teak has a good vibe. And it's in a residential neighborhood.
Yeah,
like,
it is,
right?
It is in a
like it's in the middle of a residential neighborhood.
It's in the middle of residential. I think there are actually apartments on top of it. It sits on the first floor of a building. I like going there to watch sports.
Can you imagine living on top of the Teak?
We could just go down there and have some drinks.
That's dangerous.
Walk home.
We'd be doing worse than we are now in the quarantine.
I used to go there a lot to watch sports because they have it's just a nice environment and they have big screens and they have like a nice patio and stuff.
Definitely try out Teak. And when we look at a lot of these lists about best of burgers in Orlando, because we did look at a few, like Teak is on every single one. So definitely head over to Teak.
They have Metro West and Maitland. You can visit. So either side of town.
It's a Orlando staple.
So the next one, this is another one that's a little bit more upscale of a burger joint. Sit down only. This is the Whiskey, and this is over there in Dr. Phillips on Restaurant Row.
Yes.
Currently they are closed. Wah wah. But as soon as things get back to normal, keep up on the Instagram and check. So they have over 200 kinds of whiskey, bourbon, scotch, and rye and they have some amazing burgers there.
Their food is good too, and their apps are good too.
They also have nightly bands, so
I didn't know that.
it is kind of a small venue, but it gets hopping here with the after work crowd.
I think they probably might have a happy hour as well.
Yeah, I think they have a happy hour, and then in the far back corner they have like a little mini stage, so it's not like a full band. It's like one singer with a guitar, but still good.
So one of the noteworthy burgers here is called the Salty Pear. So it's a house patty with arugula, tomato, whiskey onions, bourbon poached pear, maple wood smoked bacon, and a creamy brie dollop. Oh.
Ooh.
I wonder if you could get that creamy brie dollop on like a plain burger, because Stephanie's new favorite cheese is brie.
Yes, love it.
She would have never tried that 10 years ago.
Obsessed.
And then finally a garlic aioli on all that. That's really... And
that's a lot.
I don't remember what burger I had there, but you said I had the Salty Pear.
You had the pear.
So we're just going to go with that. But whatever I did have there, because it's been a while since I've been there, it was really good.
See, that interests me too, because I feel like it would be like a salty sweet sensation.
Yeah.
With the pear. Also, if you're looking to like try some more exotic meats, they also offer a bison burger, a camel burger, and elk.
Wow.
The camel really threw me off. It says 100% camel meat on there.
I wonder where they sourced that from.
I was telling the waitress when I went, I was like, why don't you guys have like a slider, like as an app, like a little slider, like one bison, one camel, one elk? Because I really would try the camel burger. I would try at least one bite, but I don't want to commit to a whole burger.
Right.
Because it was very expensive. It was more expensive than the other burgers.
What did she say?
Oh, she just, giggled and said she didn't know. She
That
was just working hourly. She didn't know.
That would be really good to have, so you could try all three.
Yeah.
So have like a plate of all three. That's cool. I like that idea.
I didn't want to commit to a whole burger, so I guess I'll not eat it.
I've never had camel. I've had bison.
I feel like camel would be very dry.
Maybe.
I don't see, because camels are not fatty animals. So I don't know how good that would be. Never know. I'll never know because they don't have a slider and I'm too cheap to pay for the whole one. So we're going to go into the next category, which would be fast fine. So we got Hop Dottie. This is kind of a new spot in town. Within the last year, I would say they've come to Orlando.
And it's a chain because they do have one now in Oklahoma City. When I was visiting family in Oklahoma City last year, I guess it's last year already. I don't know. I haven't been there this year. I don't know.
It's been a while. Well, you went for Thanksgiving, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I went for, I don't know. Anyway, it's a national chain. Like they're popping up all over the country, but we have one here in Point Orlando.
So currently, the Point Orlando location is closed.
But some of the Hop Dotties across the nation are open. I think one of the reasons why ours is closed here is because Point Orlando, it's a hard place to access. If there's not tourists in town, then it's going to be pretty dead.
It's not an easy place to park the car.
It's not really a place for locals.
Come back.
It's really more of the convention tourist crowd and anyone who kind of lives nearby. But I mean, so that's why they're closed. But
as an organization, they're currently doing a buy one, give one. And their goal is to donate 5,000 burgers to local healthcare workers.
That's great.
So, and what are some of your favorite things there?
I have two things. I have the Magic Shroom burger, which is an Angus beef patty with Texas goat cheese, field mushrooms, mayo, basil, pesto, lettuce, and tomato and onion. It's really good. And that goat cheese on that hamburger, ooh, it's so good.
Is goat cheese a pungent cheese? Does it carry a lot of flavor?
Yeah, it's not something that you would like. It's pretty punchy. It's pretty strong. So it's definitely, it's like kind of got a tart taste to it.
Yeah. So remember we got to try this place when we went to Party at the Point.
Which I wasn't, Party at the Point, I don't remember. Did we actually get fries? I don't think we had much of a choice of what we could get.
They were giving out little sliders there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, I don't really... The Party at the Point really didn't stand out to me, but I really like them now that I've been just as a regular guest. So the other thing that I really like there is their Parmesan truffle fries. They're so good. They come in like a bowl. Like they mix it with the toppings in a bowl and they come out to you, and it's so good. And it comes with truffle aioli. So make sure for me, I need extra truffle aioli. So just ask for extra and they will give you extra. Here it's fast fine, where you order at the counter, you seat yourself and they bring it out to you. But if you just like go straight over to the bar instead of the bar, the bartender will take care of you with your order. And the bartenders there are really nice. Well, they were pre-quarantine. So
the only thing I've had here is the fries, and I can't remember exactly which fries I ordered, but they were really, really flavorful.
Yeah.
I think I might have gotten 2 different kinds of fries. But I do know that I think I had sweet potato fries, and then they tossed them in like cinnamon.
So these Parmesan truffle fries, they're tossed in truffle oil, Parmesan, chives, and then they have the aioli on the side. So
truffle oil is so pungent.
It's
such a taste.
These are so good. So good. And their drinks are good here. Oh, this is the place that has the $5 Corona upside down
in the margarita.
Like on I think it's like weeknights or something, or a certain day. $5. It's so good. So their happy hour and drink specials here are really good. So go check them out when they're open and back in business.
All right. So what we have next on the list would be Shake Shack. Okay, and this is another. I think Shake Shack is also kind of down in the international area. It's near the I. Yes. Yeah. And so the only location that's open is in Millennia. They're open for pickup. The one by the I is closed.
Okay.
And I like their burgers and their fries, but I think their shakes suck.
Yeah, I don't like their shakes because they do more of a custard, and I'm not a huge fan of custard stuff.
Yeah. This gives me a feel of like diner burger. Like they have the cut fries, the wavy fries.
Their fries here are really good. Their cheese sauce here is, when you get like cheese fries, is freaking good. Everything about this place is really great, except I don't really care for their
I would say it's more of a classic burger. I don't think they offer a lot of different toppings. This is just more your classic, straightforward burger, but still good. And then last in this category would be Deluxe Burger at Disney Springs.
Yes.
They're currently closed for the Rona, but we'll be up and running again soon with that.
So I really like their hamburgers here. This is a Disney-owned place in Disney Springs, and this is kind of nice because, and I wish that Disney would take this on more in like the parks and stuff. This is not your typical theme park, even though it's owned by Disney. It's not your typical theme park food. So it is in Disney Springs. They've elevated the experience because it's in Disney Springs. They're not providing theme park food. So even though it's owned by Disney, don't think you're going to get a theme park hamburger. It's much more than that.
Better quality.
I wish they would take this into the parks and do this in the parks as well with some of their food options in the parks. But it just shows you that Disney can do kind of like a quick service really well if they really want to.
And recently, I won't say recently, but maybe within the past year, they have opened up for breakfast, which is good because there are not that many breakfast options there at Disney Springs. But they do have a breakfast burger, which is beef patty, cheddar, cheese, bacon, egg, hash browns on a Parker House roll.
That sounds good.
So that sounds pretty good. It's like all you would want for breakfast on a handheld sandwich.
So the other thing that's notable here is all the fries come with a choice of house-made dipping sausage, and like 2 examples are they have curry ketchup, and then another example is they have chipotle mayo. So you have some different unique dipping sauces.
I love condiments.
Yeah, that you can only get here. This is, and I could get on a soapbox here, but this is the type of stuff that inside the Disney parks they need to be doing, more unique items. And I think they're doing that with some of the new lands like Star Wars and Avatar, but it's just a good example of great executed quick service. And this one it's really good. And this is, you order at the counter, and then they buzz you, and then you come pick it up from the counter.
Yeah.
So it's not fast. It's like fast fine.
Fast fine. Moving into our next category, this would be just your run-of-the-mill fast food burger, above McDonald's and Burger King.
Right.
So we have the Habit Burger, and the only Habit Burger I know of is over in Millennia. I'm sure there might be one more.
But there is a chain. It is a chain.
It is a chain, but God, I just loved this
They're
burger.
so
when
good.
we tried it
Have
for the
you only
first
been there
time-
once?
I've been a few times.
I've only been there once.
But
And it's a very memorable time. I don't know exactly what I got, but it was so good.
And I'm somebody who only gets a cheeseburger. Like, I just get a basic burger most of the time.
Well, you know, they say...
And this burger was so good.
They say you really rate a place by what they can do in terms of their basics. And if their basics are really good, then it's a good place. And Habit Burger is really good.
And their honey mustard is high on my list.
And, you know, it's not something that if you're in Orlando, you might not even drive by it because it's
kind of hidden, actually.
It's not in a place where if you're going to Millennia that you would necessarily see, because it's it's past the Target. If you're leaving Millennia and going to that Target Millennia, it's past the Target, right?
Yeah.
So you might not ever see it.
It's in those like shops that are in front of like the Marshalls and all that.
Yeah, it's a great place.
They have as of right now, they're available for pickup. So you can go in there and take out only. And then a favorite that's new to Orlando, they've been popping up everywhere, is Culver's. Now this is something you know more about than me, because I never knew about this. I don't think they have these where I grew up.
I believe that Culver's comes from Wisconsin, and this place is so good. It's the hamburgers are kind of basic as well. You know, I think you can get like different, you know, you can get bacon. They have all those different options, but normally I just go with a basic hamburger. But then they have great like sides, like they have cheese curds, fried cheese curds, which are really good. Then one of my favorites is their lemon ice. Oh, it's so good.
Now, is that kind of like a Rita's, or is it ice cream and icy milk mixed together?
Yeah, so
like a snow cone.
They say that it's inspired by Italian ice shops in New York City. It's tart and sweet. It's just like so crisp, and then it's icy, and it's made with real lemonade, and it's frozen slowly into ice crystals.
Oh.
For a creamy, smooth texture, and that's what it is. It's like creamy, smooth tartness, but it's like you can get those crystals, you know? Yeah. It's like that perfect mix. I think it might be seasonal, but I don't think it's seasonal here. I think they always have it here. I think it might be a seasonal thing up north, but I don't know.
That's why it wasn't prominent when I was looking at the menu.
And then, like on their website, they show it served with raspberries, so you can get like other things mixed into it. But I mean, I think I've only gotten it just plain, and it's so good. It's definitely worth.
They also have ice cream too, like shakes, sundaes, cones.
They have they have a huge menu.
Yeah,
you have to stand there like when you go for the first time, and even now, like I go in and I just like it's a huge menu.
So this burger, it's a little bit different than some burgers. So when I grew up, the place that I had my first job was like this hometown hot dog burger place it was called the Hot Dog Shop, but we have burgers too. And the way that we cook our burgers is we have the company makes their own patties and their own beef. Everything comes from a factory that we make all the food. So you take the patty out and you throw it onto the, what do you call it?
The griddle.
The
skillet.
And then you take the spatula and you press it down. And you press it and you press it and you press it. And you kind of make it thin. I wouldn't say it's super pancake thin, but it's thinner. And then, you know, you kind of let it cook and you keep pressing it. And this burger at Culver's is the closest burger that I've seen
to
the Hot Dog Shop burger. Okay. Which is like, it's like it's one of the only things besides my family, of course, that I miss from home is this freaking burger from the Hot Dog Shop. And this burger is cooked, I would say, looking at it and tasting it, cooked the same way.
Right.
And the way you cook a burger and the way you make a burger makes all the difference on how it tastes.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So Culver's gets my vote.
And Culver's is popping up everywhere. They have one over like in Hunters Creek. They have one, I think, now in Kissimmee somewhere.
There's one over near the Loop. Yeah.
I mean, they have them. They're popping up all over the place.
One by Millennia.
So you just do a little Google search and you might have one around the corner and you didn't even know about it. But it's really great menu there.
So what are some places that we want to try? I think we want to try Best Burger Bar.
Yeah,
that's one I see around Orlando.
That's on, like, when you look at, like, when we were kind of doing research and making sure that we had all the ones we wanted to talk about on here, that always pops up on the top places to have hamburgers in Orlando. And I think that's an Orlando original.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what we got to try it. Any other places on your list?
Am I missing one?
No, I was just thinking if you had one.
No, I don't think so.
What about, we also have some honorable mentions.
So honorable mentions,
places that we have been, but
definitely Five Guys. Like, everyone knows at this point, Five Guys. That for sure. I mean, no matter what Five Guys you go to, it's, I think, always the same experience. And they have the peanuts you can eat while you wait.
Their fries, God.
Their fries are really good. They are what allows me to, well, it's not like I eat like this that much anymore, but, like, it's okay not having In-N-Out Burger if I have Five Guys.
Now, let's talk about In-N-Out Burger, because In-N-Out Burger is what would be on my list of absolutely friggin' not. Okay,
I love me
people
In-N-Out
go ape
Burger.
shit over that, but I thought it was the worst fast food meal I ever had in my life.
I like some In-N-Out.
I did not like it. I think their fries are dry as fuck.
So their fries, they don't over salt them. So you kind of have to do it. But you can get them animal style, which I know is not your thing. But you can get them animal style. And animal style is like, they do like a special sauce, and then they fry onions like really fine. I don't like onions, but this is good. They like chop them up and fry. They saute the onions and caramelize the onions. Oh, it's so good. I love In-N-Out.
I think it's just one of those things where people get like attached to it because they can't have it. You know, like if you live in the California area or like that side of the United States, and then you come over here, there is no In-N-Out here. I think In-N-Out has only come as far as Texas.
Yeah, I think it's
and
Texas.
So it's just one of those things where you think it's good, but it's not really good.
It's good.
Okay.
It's good. They also in In-N-Out, you can see them. They actually, one of the unique things about them is they cut their own fries. Like,
that's cool.
Like, and that's why I think that maybe you might think that they're a little bit more bland, because they don't put a lot of salt on them, and they cut their own fries, and it's all fresh right there. So it's, it's not. It's, I think, and somebody probably would say it's not clean. I think it's a little bit cleaner that way in terms of what you're putting in your body.
In terms of a French fry, of course, yeah.
Yeah. But I love In-N-Out. But I love having Five Guys is good. I think Five Guys to me is like pretty much the equivalent of In-N-Out. And I'm sure people would say, oh, one's better than the other, but I think they're pretty much equivalent. I mean, In-N-Out.
I would say absolutely
Five
not.
Guys fries are really good.
I feel like after I eat Five Guys, I love it. I feel like I'm going to freaking die of a heart attack because it was so good and it was so greasy. Like, you know how they give you the bag and the bag is just full of grease stains? Because they always dump those extra fries in, you know? Yeah. They fill your container with fries and then they give you like a little extra dump.
They give you so many fries.
And then your bag is full of grease.
Like when I go there with somebody else, two people don't need to order their own fry order. You share a fry order. Other honorable mentions.
Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers
is good.
I mean, I think it's nice that we have a Wahlburgers here, and I've eaten there once, and it was good. What are our honorable mentions?
I feel like we had a few. I didn't write them down because I just thought
that's okay.
Throw them out there.
So you tell us if you have a hamburger place. Send us a direct message on Instagram and let us know what your favorite hamburger place in Orlando is, so that we can put it on the list of places to try. But I think we have a lot of good options for
What
hamburgers.
about any kind of plant-based burgers?
So a lot of the places now have the Impossible Burger, which it cooks just like what looks like
Now,
a
is
real
the
meat patty.
Impossible Burger, is that a company or?
Yes.
I feel like I was seeing Burger King commercials and they're talking about the Impossible Burger, and I always was under the impression that was a Burger King copyrighted name.
So Burger King now carries the brand Impossible Burger, and like Hop Dottie uses Impossible Burger too. So, and you can buy Impossible Burger at the grocery store.
So
now.
it's its own burger.
So it's its own brand.
Its own company.
Yeah. So basically, like when you order it, they ask you if you want it, how you want it cooked, like medium or rare or cooked all the way, because you can, I don't know how they do it, but you can have red meat what looks like red meat, and I don't know how they do it.
What's it made of?
It's vegetarian. You'd have to go look at.
Yikes.
I don't know how.
Somebody would have to trick me into eating that burger. I wish somebody would trick me into eating that burger. You would be tricked into
it. You would think that it was hamburger.
I need someone to trick me into eating an Impossible Burger.
It looks like hamburger, and honestly, it tastes like hamburger. It's kind of, that's why they call it Impossible, and it's kind of crazy. So the other honorable mention and for vegan or vegetarian, not vegan, vegetarian, that I wanted to mention in the honorable mentions is Hungry Pants. They have a really good vegetarian hamburger.
Okay.
Very good.
So what is it made out of? Like black beans or?
Yeah, there's beans in there. I don't have the whole list.
Okay.
It's good though. But it's house. That one's house made. That's not like Impossible Burger is not house made. So anyone who has Impossible Burger on the menu, it's not house made. It comes to them frozen, and they're cooking it from frozen.
It's good just to have that other side because I don't eat like that. So just to get that other, option of burger.
Yeah. Well, I think that everyone has a lot of burger places they should be going out and trying.
As soon as this is done, and they rope drop the world to us, we're gonna be running.
Because hamburgers is not really the type of thing that
it's not something I like eating at home.
Yeah,
at all.
In terms of like grabbing it from someplace and taking it home or having it delivered, it's just not the same. You got to have it like fresh at the place, in my opinion.
I like it fresh.
All right, guys. Well, definitely send us your recommendations to our Instagram or shoot us an email or let us know what your recommendation on your favorite hamburger place in Orlando is, or if you know of maybe a new spot that's coming that we should check out. Definitely give us a holler. Oh, another thing that we didn't mention is White Castle.
The White Castle, you said.
So White Castle is coming over to the Vineland Point area. I don't know if it's going to be Vineland Point or O-Town West, but it's coming over to the south side in the attractions area, and I think it's going to be a pretty big White Castle. But White Castle has a huge, I think they're from Michigan, and
I've never seen one or eaten one.
Well, they have a pretty like big fan base, and so
I have seen them in the freezer section at this grocery store.
People are pretty crazy, like excited that the White Castle's coming.
What's their thing? Their thing is like little mini burgers, right?
Yeah, they're smaller burgers, and they use a lot of onions, I think, in their mix. So I don't know if it's something that you like, and honestly, I don't know if I'd like it either. So we'll have to try it out.
Disgusting.
But it looks like I've seen concept art, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty big.
Is it going to be like a castle?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, there's a castle on their logo, I think. So
that'd be cool.
All right, guys. Well, until next time.
Bye.
Bye. Follow us on Instagram at Orlando Out of Context. Instagram is where you can connect and interact with us, as well as see photos and videos related to this week's episode.
Make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and iHeartRadio.